there, thanks for ordering your holiday feast from Equal Parts Hospitality. I'm John Forcier. I'm going to walk you through, once you get home, how to make sure everything comes out of your oven hot, cooked properly, and ready to serve. So this is what you're going to get in your bag for a holiday feast. I've got some garlic butter green beans, some honey and thyme roasted carrots, herb and garlic mashed potatoes, some acorn squash, caramelized onion jus, and either beef Wellington for 2 or a truffle roasted chicken for 4. If you've gotten the truffle roasted chicken, you will get 2 of all these things, so I just do everything twice. So we're gonna start with our beef Wellington. Make sure your oven is preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Either a convection oven or still oven will work. It comes egg washed, ready to go right in the oven, and you do want to bake this from cold, so the puff pastry has time to get nice and golden brown and crispy before the insides cook. You're going to start at 425 for 15 to 20 minutes, rotating halfway through, and what you're looking for is just nice golden brown, beautiful color. Once you get a golden brown color on the crust, you want to turn your oven down to 350, and that's when we're going to keep cooking it until you get to the desired temperature. Best way to check is instant read thermometer. If you got one from us, this is what it will look like, or if you have one at home, insert it directly through the middle into the meat, and it will get you a temperature very, very quickly. Because this is going to retain the heat so well, you're looking to pull it out of the oven 10 degrees Fahrenheit below the temperature that you're looking for, and there is a temperature guide included in the reheat instructions, everything from rare all the way to well done. If you got our truffle roasted chicken, it's going to come trussed and tied for you, ready to go. Just transfer it onto a baking tray, and it can go into a 425 degree oven just like this. This is going to take roughly an hour. If you notice it getting a little bit too dark on the top, you can turn your oven down to 350 and finish the cooking that way. Every 15-20 minutes, just rotate your chicken in the oven so you get a nice even golden brown, and when we're done, we're going to be looking for 165 Fahrenheit right in the thickest part of the leg beside the bone here. Alright, so our beef Wellington is out of the oven. I like mine medium rare, so I pulled it out at 125, which is 10 degrees below medium rare temp was 135. And we're gonna let this rest so that all the juices can stay in the meat. When we carve it later, it's gonna stay nice and juicy and beautiful. And here we've got our truffle roasted chicken. You can see a lot of the butter has leaked out, but most of that truffle, thyme, and lemon flavor has stayed on top of the breast. And I'm just gonna double check the temperature right on the thigh, the thickest part. Again, you're looking for 165 Fahrenheit, or when the juices run clear after you press where you punctured the skin. So we're gonna let this rest, reabsorb its own juices, so it'll be nice and hot and juicy when we plate. So we're gonna start working on our vegetables. They're gonna take about 30 minutes in the oven or so, and you want your beef or your chicken to rest for 25 to 30 minutes. So right as they're coming out of the oven, I should be getting ready to put these in the oven. We're gonna start with our acorn squash and our carrots. They're gonna take the longest to heat up. I'm just gonna transfer them to an oven-safe container. Depending on what you have at home, you might need to do separate containers, but your carrots and your squash can go in first. And you want to make sure you get all this delicious thyme and honey butter, which has been infused with the carrot juice, all over top of your carrots for the roasting. Spread them out in a nice even layer. And we're going to put these into our oven uncovered for about 20 minutes, and then we'll add the green beans in as well. So we're about 10 minutes out from serving. We're going to reheat our mashed potatoes. These can go in the oven. They'll take a little bit longer. Just transfer them into something oven safe with aluminum foil on top. You can do them in the microwave as well, but the best way is to do them in a nice heavy bottomed saucepan on low heat. These are quite stiff. There's a good amount of cream and butter in them, but as they heat up, they'll get nice and smooth and silky. So into your pot, and it's on a nice low heat to slowly warm up. So carrots and squash have been in the oven for 20 minutes. They've got 10 minutes to go. Our mashed potatoes are slowly warming up on a low burner. And now we're gonna put our green beans in the oven. These are already coated in garlic butter. You don't need to add anything to them. Just transfer them onto an oven-proof baking tray or casserole dish. Spread them out a little bit, and those can go into the oven for the last 10 minutes. Okay, so everything's out of the oven. We're gonna platter everything up for a family style feast. We've got our mashed potatoes. We've got nice and warm, nice and glossy. And as long as you give them a nice stir, if any butter or cream has kind of leaked out of them, it will emulsify back in. We got our garlic butter green beans. Simply going to transfer onto a platter, and any little bit of garlic butter that has dripped off of them can go right back on top. And then finally, we've got our squash and our carrots. You can platter up beside each other. Just like with the green beans. And a little bit of honey butter that's stuck to the bottom can go on top. And you've got a little bit of flaky Maldon sea salt in your bag as well. It's a little sprinkling over top, some final seasoning, and a little bit of texture to it. So next up, we're gonna carve our chicken. It is tied with a little bit of a string around the side. Just nick that off. Should come off the front nice and easy. And then it's just wound around the legs a little bit. Give it a gentle tug, and it will come off. And then we're gonna start carving this with the legs. So right in between the breast and the leg. I'm gonna put my knife in. Pull the leg away. I'll do the same on the other side, just where the breast ends. Cut in and it should pull away nice and easy. And for the breast, we've taken the wishbone out already, so you can go straight down on either side of the breastbone, directly through. Take the whole breast off in one piece without having to worry about the wishbone being in there. This can get set aside for a nice stock of soup or gravy. Take your chicken. Carve through in nice thick slices like that. People can help themselves. Same on the other one. On the legs, what I like to do is separate the thigh from the leg. Pull out that leg bone. Loosely chop the meat. And for the leg, I use the back of my knife and just pull the meat off however it shreds. So last up, we're gonna carve our beef Wellington. Serrated knife is your best friend. We're gonna start on the end And just do a cut to trim. This is all gonna be the excess pastry, crepe, mushroom that we don't need. And then as thick or thin as you would like. There's your beef Wellington.